on this one where he has had that success with his aggression. So let's see if he can have that similar success here today. We're getting into Inferno, and FPX will be starting on that T side, picking up one set of utility. Same could be said for Sprout, though. No kit for them. Dennis wants the full set of nades at his disposal.
Well, Cressy made a jump through middle. He saw a couple of people. He just checked second mid and saw nobody. That's so much information from just taking a run throughout the map. And it looks like they're just going to continue with the speed, though. Farben shows up. Incredible shot to take him down there at the archway. They're trying to see if they can run him down, and they'll actually be successful. Slacks goes down to the bomb site, and just like that, they've lost two players with Cressy. The initial information play, now he's back to try and see if he can take someone down. Didn't quite get the shot, and it's a 3-on-4 in the after plant, and that's a really good look for FPX.
Oh, that nade's so close to the kill. Sticko down to 8 health. Very, very low. One shot would do it. Cressy himself is extremely low on health, and Sticko's going to be able to find him into the 2v2. Farley gets away with that kill from the site, and he turns it into a quick fire double. He was pretty low on health himself, but he hits the shots quickly enough, and FPX's quick A play pays off for them.
Yeah, bit of... I mean, potentially could have been a very questionable round there, but they followed through, and that's something I sometimes try and talk a little bit about. You know, if you wait around and you try and execute what you think is the best possible plan, but you do it with a lot of sort of second guessing, and you're like, maybe, I don't know, let's think about it again. Sometimes just picking, even the third best plan in the list, but really going all the way in on it and just following through can actually be better, I think. So that's sometimes nice to see a team just say, all right, you know what, even if we ran into that headshot over at Arch, and even if we've been maybe even seen running up middle, we're just going to go for it anyway and just really follow through. And I like that kind of thing. Good shot on Emmy, obviously, going down right off the bat. That was Dennis. One of the stars there, or Dust 2. Trying to see if he can do a little bit more here. Speedy. He's got a grenade out. It does land in the middle, but not too much effect.
Utility being deployed by Sprout to slow FPX down slightly. Flash into top mid. Another smoke deployed on long. Really wanting to slow down this push that could have potentially come in towards A, but FPX don't want to be slowed down. They're going to flash straight through.
Speedy's here. That Deaglock close. He could have done so much more damage. It looked like one of those bullets should have hit the second target as well. 35 seconds, and they've switched this into a bit of a hit on the B bomb site. Dennis with a chance at least, but it's still a 2-on-3. And hiding inside of the smoke was Farven. He takes down Farleague. Now it's a 1 versus 3, and Sticko, he's not feeling comfortable at all. He does turn it around, but he's running out of time here. The bomb is on the other side. He's got 17 seconds to try and go for this, and now Cressy's shown up to try and help out. This is looking really grim for Sticko at the moment. He's going to have to go lightning fast here. Hiding in the corner. Sticko is out, but yeah, he was going to get shot at the back as well. Sprout, turn it around and win the second round.
I think Sticko was trying to bait those footsteps towards Ruins, and you saw Faven turn around, look towards that Ruins position, but such little time remaining, he has to end up forcing the issue. And that split onto B was always going to be somewhat scary because the bomb was pushing alone through Banana. So you always have that scary thought in the back of your mind that the bomb could be dropped at any moment. But really, they didn't even get that close to the B site before their players pushing through CT were in all sorts of trouble. That gives Sprout the ability to get off to a good start here. As long as they can beat down these pistols, they can get that strong start they were hoping for.
Already being picked up. I really love it. I love the dedication to this particular weapon. Also got some Tech 9s on the other side, so yeah, not that bad. The run and gun definitely still is a powerful tool. Obviously not anywhere near what it was in the past. And this is a big stack going on to the A side right now for Sprout. They see this coming.
They do. Slacks has taken a bit of early damage, but Dennis absolutely destroys them. 3-man spray down at top mid. A lovely little lineup for him. And FPX will go for the desperation push up through short, but with one side of the attack already dealt with. It's going to be hard to do too much here. Maybe a kill on a plant for Zen. Oh no, not even that. Slacks gets him, and Sprout deny anything.
Good call. Good job seeing it coming, and obviously picking up that second round and also securing a lot more of the economy. Same cannot be said for FPX, unfortunately. They are out of cash, didn't get the bomb plant, and they're going to have to try and see if they can find a way to do some damage here. It's going to be minimal, no doubt about that. Madden has picked up a P250, and that's about it. New chickens. Do you enjoy those new chickens, Hawker, on the map?
Yeah, I guess so. Why? Oh, hello. Yeah, why not? Might as well have some new chickens in there. I haven't noticed any issues with them. Like, I was wondering if maybe they'd look even more like a player model, but I don't think it's been that big of a problem.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have to see. I don't know what kind of problems could result from that kind of a thing. I feel like they're just chickens, aren't they?
I mean, sometimes they'll go walking up to that door or whatever, and you can't open it, or just all sorts of weird stuff could go on.
That is true. That's amazing. What if they made it so that like chickens could accidentally step on the bomb and like get the code right or something? Chicken confused.
Imagine that. Oh god. But then maybe at that point you actually try and get the chickens to follow you around. Then maybe they would actually be useful. Like the chicken diffuses for you, and you just defend the chicken.
Not a bad idea. Maybe we should be writing Valve some of these great suggestions.
Yeah, I hope you're hearing this, Valve. Get on that.
3-1 is the scoreline. Fifth round is coming up. Slacks with a bit of a peek down the middle. Not seeing anyone, but I always like seeing Orbers doing that. It just feels so bold when people go and take that kind of a peek. Also, yeah, Emmy's setting up for a pop flash for Farleague and maybe even Madden to try and come through. He's thinking about it. Farleague's going to go without it, actually, and he gets shot down in a big way.
Battle of the Orpers, or I suppose Battle of the Orp versus the secondary Orp almost of Faven, goes the way of Sprout this time. He's actually given that Orp over to Dennis on the B site now after he got some early damage dealt to him. FPX leaving their options open here. They put a couple of smokes into that A bomb site, but that was just to keep the players in that A side of the map. And they only have one smoke now for this B play to work, but that kill's huge. That could help them get onto this site.
Nice entry. Dennis is going to get shut down as well. That was the first kill of the map here for Madden as well. And so what? You know, you get one of those good entries. That could easily be enough, and hopefully it will be here. FPX definitely need it. Stico and Emmy left in the afterplant. 2 versus 3. There is no Molotov or anything on Sprout's side, so they're going to have a hard time digging out Stico from back here, and they're also not that high on time. They do need to be quick about this, or they're simply going to lose to the bomb going up. Emmy waiting, expecting a boost of some kind. That's not coming in. Instead, they're going through construction, but they are so slow. Smoke is up on top of the bomb. He's running straight for the defuse, and I'm not sure if they realize Emmy, he's got no idea. He's inside, and Sprout are going to win it. Oh, wow. They just never even realized, and Emmy, he got a quad kill in that round, I think, and it still is not enough.
Really crisp shots, too, onto those players that were running at him. But I guess he just lost track of the sound and all of the chaos and all of the madness. He didn't realize they were on that bomb. Some really nice shots throughout that entire round from FPX to get them into that position in the first place. Then Emmy lands those shots to try and help them win it, but the nice shots weren't enough. Sprout play the objective, win that round for themselves, and they stick with that double up setup ahead of this next one. They've still got to deal with a buy from FPX, though, after that bomb plant.
Really, I mean, that's a heartbreaking way to lose a round after that much work and bringing it back in a really unfavorable position, and then they still manage to somehow let it go. Now they're up against double orb, 2 orgs, and everything else. This just got a lot harder for FPX, it feels like. Emmy looking to try and see if he can catch someone, make an entry. Not a bad idea. I mean, you get that one kill at the B-bomb site. Maybe that's enough, but instead, Dennis putting out a lot of damage through that smoke and almost getting the kill. Farven and S at it again. They're really getting shut down, Hawker, in a painful way at the moment.
think you can see they are aware of that. They're going to try and turn around, but no nades as they move towards this A side of the map. That could be the biggest issue for them here. Literally just relying on landing some shots, and the rotate of Slacks is going to arrive just before the push. Never mind, he's dead. Nice try.
Oh, man. 4 on 3. 20 seconds. Cressy's there, taking down Stiko. Nice shot from Sen. That's really impressive. 15 seconds on the clock, but they just can't get rid of Cressy in here. Emmy's running out of time, and backup is going to be coming in. Cressy smartly playing for time. He's going to get the final headshot as well, but even if he didn't, just the fact that he's, circling around for another couple of seconds, it makes a big difference. That is well played, and Sprout is up 5-1.
He was just being so annoying there, wasn't he? Maybe you get to see a bit of him. Maybe you see his shoulder briefly, but not long enough to actually pull the trigger and get the kill. That's exactly what you got to do there. And he ends up getting, well, the kill, and he even knifes a chicken. Very excited about that last round, I guess.
Yeah, celebrating. Why not? I feel like they are justified at this point in time. They should feel good about what they're doing. 5-1. Oh, there's a little bit of a flash setup by Dennis himself. Deep nade actually does a lot of damage. They are right on the corner, and this could be interesting. Orp here is going to be forced back. Dennis, they're actually going to come running for it, taking down Speedy in the process. This is a really dangerous round all of a sudden for Sprout. Alone on the bomb side is Dennis, and he's going to get knocked out, and that's hard to explain. They actually had almost 3 people at that B bomb site, and they were not able to put up any kind of a defense.
Yeah, that was rough for Sprout. I guess initially their idea was to try and aggress on towards Banana, but once that plan was foiled by FPX, it was quite hard for them to play it passively on the site. They don't really get a good chance to work together in quite a few of those fights. You can kind of see it in the deaths on the map even. You've got the player dying more towards the site, and that one man sort of deep in ruins, and then that one man dying towards CT. So it's quite hard to sort of establish good crossfires from some of those spots. And unfortunately for them, FPX just outgunned them with the weaker weapons. That could be a really important swing round here, with Sprout's economy starting to be pushed to the edge ahead of this next round.
It's a weird round to lose. And we've already seen what happens when you let a team like FPX back into the game. I mean, things can really, not really get out of control. So a little bit shocking that they managed to give up on that round. It only leaves it in a 5-2 at the scoreline here. It's not the end of the world, but the money certainly, as you said, under pressure of a Sprout now. If they lose this next round, FPX are going to be right back in the game. Maybe earlier than they otherwise needed to from Sprout's point of view. They get some top banana control. They seem to have done that a lot, FPX. It seems like Sprout don't really mind giving them that. Let's see if it's going to be a mistake. Setting up some deep smokes here. But they haven't committed to it yet. They're about to, though. The bomb is being brought in. Molotovs are raining in. They just need a good flashbang. They're not getting one. And Farman able to pick up that kill. He saw that coming, and they're still going for it. But now it's been slowed down a lot.
Yeah, it looked like they weren't ready for Faven to beat that molly onto Ruins, so the flash wasn't designed to get that kill on towards him. And, well, now they feel like the pace of their attack has maybe been taken away from them. That was the advantage they were relying upon, because now they don't have many nades left. They've got to hope they can land some shots, but we've seen them do it before.
He's got the right angle there. Taking down Emmy. Dennis in the back. He couldn't do much. That's the AUG. Stolen by Stiko, and he's going to get the kill on Favid as well. Wow. Using their own super weapon against them. Now it's a 3-on-3. The bomb is going to be going down. Slack sneaking in. He almost had it, but the flick is going to be nice and quick, taking down Stiko. That is not bad at all. And as a result, it's going to be a 2-on-3. Farlig is out here. He's got an orb of his own. We've talked a lot about him, but he's going to get completely out-dueled. And now Sen, they line up, and he's going to get one more headshot. 1 versus 3 to get the round for FPX. It's hard to predict what's happening in these rounds. Anything can happen at any given point.
Oh, it's such a shame for Sprout at the end there, because you see the call is probably just, all right, we're in a 3v1. Let's just all stay close together, swing him as a team, and we should be able to have one of us get that kill. But the first two players line up in an awkward way where the spray can kind of kill both of them at the same time. It's hard to know exactly how to get that spacing going sometimes, but that's a brutal round loss for Sprout, who now have to go down to a low buy, all because of that round loss. It could have been a situation where they start to take over. Instead, it goes against them, and I don't even know if we'll see any investment into this round.
Man, really, the sort of the momentum for either team, same was true on Dust 2, the first map, really swinging quite a bit back and forth, and it's certainly making it a very interesting best of 3 so far. Farvin seems to be back, and Slacks is doing. I mean, those are some of the players that we're sort of counting on. Dennis is still playing well, so they have 3 out of 5 really doing a good job at the moment. That seems like the right recipe. FPX on the other side, a little bit slow at the gate again, but I mean, I'm seeing Stiko getting in there. Certainly seeing Sen also putting out a little bit. So yeah, they have some stuff to work with, and they found an empty bomb site. Always a good idea if you can manage it.
And Stiko's having a good game without even playing in the apartments, Anders. That's crazy. Yeah. Haven't even seen that yet.
Oh, you're right. His special position that he actually did do a remarkable job at on both sides of the map last time around. So yeah, just maybe get him back there. They have really not been focusing that much on it, have they? It's been a lot of it has been towards Banana and just trying to take some of those fights towards the B bomb site.
Yeah, I think it definitely shows if you've watched both of these games from, yesterday and today, it shows, I think, how much maybe the prep or the specific opponent can make a difference, because it's been a pretty different game plan here for the FPX side. This is one of those rare rounds where no one dies. Everyone happy to live to fight another day. For Sprout, it's still a slightly annoying spot, because especially on Inferno, you really want those full nades if you can get them, but they're just shy of being able to afford that full utility. So they don't have the nades, they don't have many mollies, they can't do that early util damage, which you normally really want to focus on early in the round.
Yeah, I can't remember when last time I saw a round where no one died. I mean, I'm sure they've happened before, but when I've been casting it, I just wasn't expecting it. 10th round is coming up, though, and we do have a double setup over at B. FPX is saying, well, this B push has worked so often, let's just do it again. They do smoke them off. Sikam just jumping in. It's at least a 2-for-2 trade, thanks to Farvin picking up those two, and Speedy, that's a nice kill there. Farlig is almost getting taken down through the smoke. What a chaotic round.
Well, this time, Sprout's passive play on B is solid enough for them to get themselves into a good post-plant position. They still have flashes, they still have smokes, and a kit at the ready for this retake.
Emmy up on the coffins. Not a bad shot there. Farlig, he's very exposed from CT spawn, and he's going to be going down to Speedy, actually, instead. Tapping the bomb a single time, but not committing to the defuse. He's waiting. Emmy has to go for it, and he wins the fight as well. Triple kill for Emmy. Still having a really, really good performance in this best of 3. And that's going to be tying up the scoreline. It's 4 in a row for FPX. They're right back in the mix once again.
Maybe FPX have seen in some earlier games that Sprout aren't that willing to fully contest or fight for that banana control, because they really are just getting that every round and oftentimes quickly turning it into a B-sided play. I feel like other Inferno teams would have definitely had some 3B stacks with some big nades on banana earlier, but Sprout have really not gone for that too much throughout this game so far. So definitely could be an opponent-dependent thing, but whatever it is, it's been working for FPX so far.
Round number 11. Stiko gets a bullet to the face. He's down and out, but they don't have really almost anything to work with. It does give them an AK-47 on the Sprout sound. I feel like I feel like Hawker at this point, it would only be fitting if Sprout somehow won this round. Like, it would fit with the level of madness that this best of 3 has brought us so far.
Oh, maybe they will, because they've got some aggression into second mid. So they're stacking this B site because of Spiddy's push all the way into the back lines. And if FPX continue to take more time, that flank could actually come through and have a huge influence on the outcome of this round.
45 seconds. A little bit of a stack. I mean, that boost up and then the flank, you're right. It could have a big impact. It's about to. Timing is everything. Speedy is there. And the headshot on Farley just as they were about to execute. That is the perfect timing. Farvan and Dennis combined for a couple of kills. And Sen left wondering what is going on in the middle of Banana. What a... Again... I feel like this is the perfect round for this kind of a map, or this kind of a best of 3 that we've seen. Sen is still gunning for it. He can make the bomb site, but unfortunately, I think Favn is going to be there as well to try and stop him. And yeah, that might just be too much to handle. He's going to make the run past, and he's going to be just chased down shortly. He gets the bomb plant, and that is still kind of good news. But Sprout win a round that they should not have been winning.
Just completely collapses for FPX. That timing on the kill from Spiddy was almost perfect too, because sure, he's not able to get any extra kills on that flank, but he gets a kill just as they're starting to push onto the B bomb site. So I'm sure the comms for FPX just went crazy in that split second. They probably said, oh no, they're behind us. Do we keep pushing? Do we go back? We don't really know. And then you're in a spot where it just gets so chaotic that you can't fully focus on exactly the calls. You can't maybe know exactly where those players are. So unfortunate for FPX, they weren't able to spot out that aggression, and they're made to pay for it. Sprout back into the lead for the time being.
Yeah, it's very, very tricky when you get interrupted inside of an execute like that, especially when you've already put out the grenades. I think it's one thing if you're just setting up and then you have to stop the setup and, you know, take care of something else. But once you've already thrown the nades, you feel like you have to go, but you also have to stop because you have to worry about, you know, what is going on with the back of the lineup. Oh, Dennis not even aware. And that could be dangerous. Favn gets back around the corner, so still a 4-on-4, but that looked like Dennis had no idea they were going to be up that close.
And this was a round where Sprout switched it up and went for those 3 players towards B. So maybe they were just hoping they could get that early control, and Dennis just didn't realize that that was a possibility. Either way, Sprout now stay with 2 players on either bomb site. And FPX are going to try and make the most of that. Moving into top mid as we speak. It's very common for CTs to give up that top mid control once they go down to a 4v4. So FPX are trying to make sure they continue to pressure across the map. And from Sprout's perspective, I think they've got no clue what's coming at them here. They have really no info to work with.
No, they don't. And that's been true for a lot of these B hits that FPX have just been enjoying. This time, the boost is a little bit different. Favn going to get that kill. He comes down through the smoke. That's a mental play. Speedy with the trusted Orc. He's only going to get the 1 kill. He almost bought enough time. About 6 seconds on the clock when the bomb finally goes down, but a couple of seconds more, and this could have been really interesting. Now, it's Cressy getting down by Stiko, and it's going to be Slacks 1 versus 2, and Sen is playing a position that's really hard to clear. And if you come through like this, I mean, you're probably going to lose to the AK-47 anyway. Slacks is thinking about it, though. He does have a kit picked up, but he's running out of time really swiftly. I don't know if Sen saw the barrel there. He might have. Ooh! All right, he found the 1 and got traded. I don't know, but I'm wondering, Favn, when he jumped down, did you think he was going to come through the smoke? That really surprised me.
Yeah, I wonder if he was trying to coordinate it with Spiddy, because Spiddy was himself through the smoke. So maybe they were just hoping that they could fight together. But yeah, it's a tough call to make. You know, little time left on the clock. Maybe you're just trying to be as disruptive as possible, but definitely a ballsy call, and unfortunately one that didn't pay off this time.
Well, it's tied up once again. Nice attempt from Slacks. They still... Oh, wait a minute. I said they had 2 AWPs. One of them is dead. They are... I mean, it's kind of surprising they can still put together any kind of a buy here, Sprout. But they are able to. FPX have them right at the edge of the real economic breakdown. Sten is flashed in by Spitty, and that is such a powerful play. Wonderful stuff, leaving Sen alone in a 1 versus 3, and Sprout should not be losing this round.
Definitely unlikely, but perhaps if Zen can find a 1v1 fight on B, that would be the opening he would want. Spitty's not giving him that chance right now, though, sitting patiently. Sprout have also got a player pushed in through mid. Nice try from Zen, doing a bit more damage, and the molly should allow him to get that bomb down safely. How does he play this post plant, though? He's stuck on the site, and the flash just not quick enough. Slacks is able to get that kill. Sprout back into the lead. And I'm actually loving the metagame now that's evolving around that smoke that we were talking about on Banana Anders. That's that smoke again, which has the little gap in it on the right side. So FPX are watching for that gap, and then Dennis just gets flashed through the left side of the smoke, which they weren't ready for, which is a really cool way of doing it.
Yeah, and this is happening almost in real time, you know, like from day to day, people are finding out ways to try and deal with that kind of a thing. So it is interesting to see, you're right. 7-6 right now, and we're moving into the 14th round. We've got, well, a lot of back and forth here. The last 4 rounds have just been trading all over the place. So usually that means bad news for the CT side eventually, because they just tend to run out of money quicker. But yeah, FPX, they are forced into this round, and I can kind of understand why, even if they have a worse buy.
Really has been a scrappy half of Counter-Strike, I think, between both of these teams. So I don't blame FPX for going for it. I think they know that they can definitely win these rounds. They've done it before, but this time Sprout have been able to control Banana, something they've rarely got so far throughout this game. That's going to give them the ability to have even more prepared. Oh no, they're pushing through the Banana smoke. Oh, Dennis is doing it again. He's behind them.
Gonna get that kill, no problem. Oh, and they just get funneled into the A-bomb side. Spitty jumping backwards and still getting the kill on Stika. What a ridiculous scene. They don't lose a single player here. And there is no bomb plant either for FPX, which that would have been at least like a, you know, a nice little prize to get. Not able to. Sprout might finish this 9-6, which I actually think is a really good scoreline for the CT side. I think that's pretty respectable.
I think they'll be very happy with that other half. Sure, they did get that streak early, and maybe it has slowed down towards the end of the half here, but they've got a couple more rounds on the board at the end of it, and they should be set to get this one as well, especially with that early kill of Slacks' AWP going their way.
It is looking good, isn't it? Trying to find someone with the deagle. Madden goes down, and Dennis is there to help out right away. So pretty good teamwork. That's now also, if you notice, switched outside of the B-bomb site to that top banana position that they weren't defending that much at the beginning, but now here we are. Leaving Stiko and Sen 2 versus 5 with the deagles. Just doesn't seem like it's going to be possible, does it?
You wouldn't expect it to be. And with Slacks landing one more shot, that is almost the final nail in the coffin for the half. Stiko's using this smoke, trying to see what he can do, but they're all spamming it. Surely they'll start to hit him eventually. Down to 69 health. Come on, let's see if he can get anything out of this. He's desperately trying, but Sprout will close out the half. 9-6, Sprout showing up on Inferno. Let's see if they can keep it up in the second half.
right, welcome back. It is the second half, second map here between Sprout and FPX here at Flashpoint to try and deliver some RMR points to the different teams. Hawker, 9-6. That's great news for Sprout. If they can win this pistol round, surely they are looking real good to take this in 2 maps.
Yeah, you would think so. Inferno these days, definitely very capable for teams on the T side. So with Sprout already having the lead, pistol round here could put them in great shape. They weren't able to win that first half pistol, but they then won the follow-up force buy. So maybe pistol round isn't everything for them, but would still like to show us what they can do with all these Glocks and some nades at the ready towards this A-bomb site.
Yeah, they got the right idea. If they can push them back, I mean, that might even be enough. If you can just make sure to not find the USPs right off the bat, but just sort of get them back around the corner so that you can get the Glocks close, that could be enough. Madden, though, good kill. Sen is going to be going down, and Stico, he gets the one, but he's out of bullets reloading, and he nearly got more bullets in. Madden's actually running onto the bomb site while reloading. That's how much he wanted to help out Stico. You've got to give him some kind of Medal of Honor or something at that point. That's pretty incredible. Farlig and Emmy, 2 versus 3, and they're getting flanked by Speedy, who's coming out almost not in time. He's going to get the kill. Farlig is there as well. Speedy, yeah, play for time. Oh, and he's actually going to go for it. This is so dangerous. He can't get back, and Farlig will take him down. He's looking for a kit, but even without it, he's going to be fine. Man, that looked so winnable, that 2-on-3 for the Sprout side.
Yeah, it looked so good for them. When you know Spiddy's there on that flank, you think those site players can just buy a bit of time, but must have been some fast shots from FPX onto the site itself.
Yeah, without a doubt, they went down really, really quick, quicker than Speedy was anticipating for sure. He thought that there was a little bit more time there, but he could sort of play, and that's fair enough, you know, because obviously if he goes too soon and one of them is looking and take him down, that's also not that helpful. But they did get a bomb plant. They're going to force it up, and they have a really, really good buy coming to this round, in fact. So let's see if FPX can handle this.
Flashes and nades. Emmy looking for a fight on Banana, even jumping up with the MP9, and he just got a double kill. They lined up for him with that MP9. Looking good for FPX to hold on to this one. All 3 kills going their way extremely early on.
All right. Well, much better than you would have expected looking at the weapons. But I feel like nothing so far in this best of 3 has been like what we expect. I feel like half these round talkers start out, you know, where it feels like it's very predictable, but then it just completely switches at the end. Very strange.
It has been a weird game in that sense. Smoke deployed. Quite a shallow smoke there.
Yeah.
The FPX guys. If there was a flash for Sprout, I'd be very tempted to flash through it. But I guess they only have the AKs to work with.
Yeah, you're right. That would have been setting them up kind of nicely. 30 seconds on the clock. I mean, they still have the AKs. And if nothing else, doing the damage here would certainly still be really valuable. Stico's shown up. Crab walking into that spray. And a good double kill for him. They don't lose a single player. They get to upgrade into 2 AKs on top of it. What a round out of FPX.
Really nicely done. And now this is looking like a pretty competitive map, as was the first one. You can see at the top of your screen there, in case you missed it, Sprout took us to 16-12. This map looking almost certain to be one where both teams get double digits on the board. FPX should be about to get their 9th round win right now. Not all that much of an investment, but those nades have done a decent job. Unfortunately for them, though, Madden was saved by the molly and the nade damage. Oh, Sprout really feeling the pain now.
Yeah, they are. About to be tied up and not getting a single kill in this round either. So the comeback is definitely on here. I mean, I know they won the pistol and they sort of followed up by that, but still, just the fact that they get to keep this economy going for such a long time early on is really incredible news. Sprout not going for anything other than AKs. So let's see what they bring to this round. I think they don't want to give the momentum back to FPX either. They need to stop it right now.
4B stack early for FPX in this one. Really hoping they can take away that banana side of the map early. And it's up to Farlig to make sure he can lock down A. That early kill will help, but he's going to have to buy more time for that rotate. He's going to let them out into top mid, which I think is the right decision. And FPX will get back to that A site in time.
Oh, this is pretty quick. Faven is really close with that AK. They are running right in. Stico defensively, amazing kills coming out. 2 headshots. And I don't know, it might be too late. Cressy doing a good job there, but that needed to be the opening and not the end of the round. That is... I actually think they saw a really good opening there, Sprout, in terms of how close they were to the A-bomb site. They just weren't expecting that 3-man setup that deep into it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame for them that that setup comes in just before they're about to push. It's a really strong crossfire on the site, especially with Stico being the first point of contact with the AK, and then the MP9 just lying in wait to peek out at the right time. Can't really just hold, assuming it's the crossfire. You have to try and force the trade onto Stico. That is allowing FPX to get themselves back into the lead. 10-9 in their favor. Sprout pulling out the Deegs for this one, and there is a flash at the ready for Emmy. And Dennis, oh, he goes before the flash, but it's not going to make a difference. Good work from Emmy early on.
Yeah, he's showing up pretty much round after round. Those 2 kills put him at 15, which is, well, top of the board for his own team at the moment. Oh, that flash is going to chase him down. Madden's going to be there, and that is... I mean, that's a really, really good teamwork between the two of them. The flash setup, but then also covering each other as they're trying to fall back. You have to appreciate that. FPX at 11-9, winning the first 5 rounds in the second half in a row, not even allowing Sprout onto the board yet.
Definitely time for Sprout to show us what they're made of here on this T side of Inferno. A lot of money been built up by FPX at this point. Want to start to put a dent into that and start to win some rounds. Otherwise, this could get out of hand very quickly. Farlig seeing what he can do early, but no one there to meet him on that peek into second mid. Both A players taking a bit of early information, making sure they aren't susceptible to the fast play. Both teams are also contesting for banana right now, so a lot of map control being fought for early.
Madden's up here. Big opportunity. The grenade is still out, and I can't believe they didn't get any of those kills. At least it looked like maybe the nade could have taken someone with him there, but an opening for Sprout now. Gotta be careful. Wait for the smokes. Don't cross without. It's never really a good idea. Oh. Team Flash, I think, at the moment in time. But yeah, 5 versus 3. Retaking the B bomb site. I don't like anything about that from FPX. I'd rather not throw away these rifles.
Even with Zen getting that kill through the smoke, I think you can see they realize that best approach may just be to hold on to these guns. Cressy is caught off guard on that flank towards top mid. And with FPX having a big bank balance built up, maybe they are considering just trying to keep the Sprout economy low. Maybe they are seeing if they can get some exit kills at the end here. You know that Sprout either have to exit through CT or Banana, so you can certainly take the fights if you want to. And Zen is watching that cross.
I mean, fair enough. I think you could justify doing that. You're right. With the money in the bank, just try and make this maximally expensive for them. Sprout are going to get that 10th round, and they can't really, do more damage here. So, I mean, that is a good round out of Sprout. I'm not sure they are always going to win that fight if you replay it the way that it was played out there. But this time they did, and that was all they really needed. So maybe there is something they can go back and revisit once again a little bit later on if they feel like that kind of a banana take worked out for them. But it's only one little dot in the top there, right? After losing 5, so not that much data to go off of.
Oh, Spitty really fast up Banana, and he gets 2 kills for it. FPX trying to fight for top Banana control. Only one man they had to deal with, but that one man was Spitty, and he was on a mission, apparently. It looked like the flashes were decent there, but Spitty maybe just so close that he can get the kills. And from this position, Sprout should be confident that they can win this round almost every time.
Yeah, I agree. It did look like he was going to get really flashed, and especially with they're coming through the smoke like that, it could just be hard to, even if you're about to get your vision back, really tricky to figure out what's going on. It's a 2-on-3, actually, and Farlig managing to get that kill does change quite a few things. They still have time heavily on their side. But Sen is walking back to middle. I don't know if he gets the right... He's not going to have anyone to flash him in or anything, but right peek here. He's going to get the one double spray down. And that is amazing. And he knows to fall back. He knows to keep this 2-on-1. FPX turning it around. It's like we've been saying all along. None of these rounds actually play out the way that maybe you would expect. Speedy's picked up the bomb, and he's going to try and clutch this to try and get the ace, in fact.
Yeah, poor Speedy, man. He did so much for his team, but he's having to do it all for them. Plant position close to long. Zen's having to go through the smoke, and oh no, Spinny turns his back just as Zen comes through. It was a big risk taken by Zen there. It maybe could have been a fake plant even, but he takes that risk and it pays off for him. FPX turn it round, and I should never have said it, Anders. I said Sprout should win this round almost every time, and then of course they don't.
Yeah, it had to backfire. I would be so angry if I was Spitty. He turned. Like, I can't even believe. I think if he just had, I don't know, a slightly wider monitor or something, he would have seen it coming out of the smoke. That was down to just a couple of frames, and he would have been fine. Unbelievable. It is 12-10, and FPX turned that round in their favor. Now, it was pretty costly. And Sprout can still buy, but man, this is way out of control.
Nice nade. That is dead on. Slacks down to 44 health on the AWP, holding that mid position. That's actually quite a nice upside of that deeper smoke. I think it's a bit easier to sort of figure out the trajectory of those nades and throw them straight down mid. You get a bit of a better picture as to where to throw that HE, and definitely help them there.
But they got that control on Banana. Always helpful. Shot through the wall. Nades on top. Oh, that is devastating. And now Molotovs, it keeps getting worse. They can't do anything. That's a long sequence of just bad news being reported there. Out from Banana. My God.
I think Sprout have decided Banana is not a fun place to be in. They'd rather have their luck turned in their favor over on the A side of things. Not much information gathered early from FPX right now. Cressy can just walk up into this position.
Oh, a little bit of a trade at the very least. Getting the kill on one of them. Stiko inside of the bomb site. They still got a pretty good crossfire set up between them. And that's so proactive. You see, Sen isn't just going to be falling back into the pit, leaving Stiko on his own. As soon as he realizes, he's like, no. I'm going to come back and take this fight with you. Great defense, 13-10. They've only dropped one round in the second half. FPX are on a massive comeback right now. Really well done.
Such a nice angle from Stiko on the site too. I like the way he played that up on the box. He's using the pillar to defend him initially, so they can't see him on the initial push. Then it's just a slightly unexpected angle, and as soon as he gets the first kill, he can just wide swing on those following players. Here comes a quicker play from Sprout. Pistol straight up to B.
Not having much luck with that either. And Sen walking up behind them. Gonna be... Oh, dear. Oh. It's always the kills that are just, you know, the easiest, the most readily available. Somehow backfires.
It really is opposite day to day, isn't it? Here on Inferno.
I know. I feel like Alan is going to be pulling out his hair at this point in time. There's so many rounds where, you know, they don't play out anything like you would have expected. It's 3-on-4. They have about a minute, so I don't mind if Sprout call this a little bit of a slowdown. See if FPX are gonna make a mistake. They could. There could have been a peak somewhere. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen at the moment, but you're not gonna find your enemy making a mistake unless you actually give them some space to make one. Oh, Cressy just blown up. Didn't even see anyone.
Nice shot from Madden. Quick on the kill. And this round does eventually go the way you would expect it to. FPX up to 14. I was saying earlier, it's almost certain we get double digits for both teams here on this map. Well, Sprout have barely reached that point, and ever since they did, they haven't had too much success here. Only one round for them on their T side of Inferno. They would have been hoping for way more than that. But it's starting to get to a point where it's not looking too good for them. They've really got to win this one.
Well, it's looking good for us in terms of getting Vertigo into play. Just 2 more rounds for FPX, and they'll send us flying into that third and deciding map. Sprout, I mean, nothing's working. Getting blown up. Farven back there, he was happy to sit, thought that wall was going to give him a lot of cover, and it just absolutely didn't do that. They are as good as they were looking on the CT side. It is almost the opposite here on the T side. And certainly FPX just proving a lot right now.
At least Dennis has got a kill back over towards B. Oh, and Farlig goes through the smoke into his death. Now there's only one man here, and Emmy's going to be burned into the open. Lots of damage done, but he still gets away with the initial kill. And the follow-up from Sprout wasn't that quick, but that's because they're going to go back to A. Cressy gets the all-important kill, and that should give them the go-ahead to get that A bomb site.
Ooh, Stiko showing up before the bomb is even attempted right now, looking for the fights all over the place. He's almost getting the headshot. He's just so fired up, and he's going to finally go down to the middle of Slack, so for all of the trickery and all the weirdness so far, it looks like Sprout somehow find a way to win this round. Slacks with a double here, and Cressy helping out. Emmy just doesn't really have the health for it. Although a Ninja Defuse would be like right on time for this particular match, but I don't think they're going to be exiting that far away from it.
I feel like the art of Ninja Diffusers has been lost slightly with how the bomb radius now just means, like on Inferno, you can just save from pit. You can just watch the bomb the whole time while saving. Just no way for Emmy to do it. Maybe a kill. Surely Slacks hears him. Oh. Okay. He just shot as he turned around. He gets the kill second time round, though. It's all good.
Taking away the rifles, I mean, there is a lot of money built up on FPX. But then again, the road back for Sprout is pretty long. So, you know, just to tie it up, that would probably deplete the money for FPX. So it's one of those positions, you know, if you win a couple in a row here, you might get some of the last rounds almost for free. But we have almost no evidence at all that Sprout can do that. So they're going to have to prove it. They're going to have to show us right here.
Slacks being very active early on. Just scoped in. That may have been heard by the FPX side. Just decided to smoke off top mid, though, so no early action in this round. Banana control taken by Sprout. But all that's going to do is just leave their options open later into the round.
Again, banana control for Sprout, but yeah, I mean, like, it's questionable what they've been able to do with it. And it feels like FPX have become very good at actually punishing them for hanging around out there for too long. Now it looks like FPX want to take a little bit of a venture into the middle. Farlig able to beat Slacks to the trigger, and they're going to call in some reinforcements. Stiko starting to rotate over this way as well. 4 on 5, favoring FPX.
Decent timing on that smoke. They actually have a good bit of utility remaining here. And FPX just started peeking down mid. So they could have a good idea it's the B play, but Sprout are pretty quick here. Emmy not able to get the initial kill. It's Madden who has to hold, but Favin's even cutting off the rotate, and they should now have the chance to isolate Madden. Back of the site, he's got to try and survive for as long as possible. In comes a flash to help him. 2 Sprout players blinded, the flash comes through again, and Madden able to get 2 kills. Farlig comes in to help, and those flashes made a massive difference in that round.
That is, you know, you could write that down on a piece of paper as like a good idea. Like, wouldn't it be cool if you were hiding behind the U-box and we could throw in some flashbangs as they were trying to come get you? And say, yeah, but in reality, that's almost never works out that way. They're never really flashed to the way that you want them to be, except this time they definitely were. What? That is so beautiful. What a fantastic round. 15-11. You rarely get to see something that clean.
Yeah, it's always nice. If they actually know you're at triple box, you can kind of just wing those flashes towards that roof. And if they're looking towards you at triple box, it's just going to be a flash that lands above you. And you can actually just tuck in there like you see Madden doing. Like, he's never going to be blinded by that. And oftentimes the opponents might be if they are looking your way. And this is one of those scenarios where the timing on it was just great. Speaking of, timing of that nade was great too.
It really was. That's the experience of Sprout a lot of the time here. They are all grouped up, but they're going to get flashed in on again. There's the Molotov. The flash is not that far away, but they peeked the corner beforehand, so it doesn't come out. Slack's even blind. It's going to be going down. Now it's on Madden to try and see if he could do just a little bit more. 2 men down right now. FPX. Bomb goes down for Sprout. They're holding on and trying to fight for that overtime. They're a little bit low on health, but they can defend this. That Molotov, ooh, that's going to slow them down. Forever, basically.
Yeah, they're out of that. Realizing that there's just no way in for them with the utility that Sprout are using, with the crossfires that Sprout have on the site. Even though Sprout are taking that nade damage on Banana, hanging around at top Banana quite a lot. Doesn't matter this time. They're able to run it in to the B-bomb site. And, okay. Cressy decided he wanted to go back to try and get a kill. Not going to happen for him, but Sprout up to 12 rounds as we get later and later into this game.
15-12. I mean, it would be fitting if they could find a way back here, if there was a way to get the last 3 rounds. I feel like that's that's following the insanity arc of this particular game, so why not? But there's no doubt it has not been easy at the moment for them at all. 28th round. The money is still there for FPX. And even after this round, it's going to be there. It's just a struggle the whole way through. Favin thinking about it. He's right on the edge. Needs a flashbang to come through. That's an HE. Where's the grenade to follow it up? He's just waiting inside right now. Taking a bit of damage already. And that smoke is going to be fading. He should have a 1-second advantage to at least get the kill. That's not bad. That's still worth it.
Yeah, still pretty solid, but maybe FPX have a good read on this one. They're rotating over to A just as the push is being prepared by Sprout. Oh, God. Okay. Dennis just had no one there to help him.
No, he really didn't. 2 for 1 trade so far. Speedy turning his back. Stiko hiding inside. Speedy still able to get the kill somehow. Again, those smoke plays are really dangerous, but players are getting better and better at counting them all the time. So back into a 3-on-3, and they've called a real slowdown here, Sprout.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
Yeah, I love that. It's just so hard for FPX right now. You can kind of see Farlig wants information. You really want it at this point, but Sprout are going to make their move.
Okay, Sen is down. Farlig. I mean, what is he going to do? Slacks with some good flashbangs on top of it. But that was always going to be real tricky. Bomb is going to be planted. Madden's shown up. He's been playing pretty well, but so is everyone else on the FPX side. I mean, they're almost all tied for score, which is kind of ridiculous, actually, given how deep in we are. It's one of those scenarios, I think, where if you get find a free kill for whatever reason somewhere along the way here, you could justify trying to go for the 1-1-2, maybe really hit a bit of a home run, but without it, yeah, you're not going to have much of a shot here. Slacks, oh wow, taking a bit of damage, but he's going to get the AWP and just make a run for it. So It'll be 15-13. Oh, we might actually get caught. He sees it coming, though. Still going to go down, but that was heads up, nonetheless, for Madden.
Unfortunately, can't influence the outcome of the round this time. And we were talking about that money for FPX. It was looking great. Everyone was up to 5 digits, above $10,000. Now we're actually in a spot where if they were to lose this one, heading into the last round of regulation, they would be in trouble. So this is probably FPX's best chance to close it out in regulation. They've lost the last couple of rounds. Let's see if the double AWPs can come through for them this time to try and take us to Vertigo.
Yeah, they're just a round away all of the time. Sprout have found a tiny bit of extra energy towards the end here. That energy, though, will be multiplied a bit if they win this next round. Because then FPX, I mean, they're going to have the round loss bonus at least. But they're not going to have a great amount of money. So there's a weird world in which if Sprout can just win this one round, then they at least have a slightly easier time. Maybe they don't have to get completely naded on Banana once again. Man, it's in the cards. It can happen, but one mistake and it's done.
Definitely be keeping an eye on the utility for FPX because the time is getting low. 45 seconds remaining, and they still have good bit of utility to use, and they have the AWP of Farling. First kill of the round finally comes in favor of FPX, and that clock is ticking.
Yes, it is. 30 seconds. They have got a bit of a read on this potential A hit. They're trying to see if they can relocate, get up in the graveyard in time. It's always a very powerful position. Now, Slacks has a Molotov, but a lot of positions to put it in. If he gets a send, that might give them the bomb site, but if not, he can win this whole round, and therefore the map, there's Sen standing up. Big double for him. Farlick ready with the AWP to take down Slacks, and that is the end of it. 16-13. FPX, they managed to survive. The comeback not fulfilled here for Sprout this time around, and that means we're going to go to the third map. It's going to be on Vertigo as well. That was one hell of a second half, wasn't it, Hawker, for the FPX side?
Yeah, really extended game there between these two. A lot of weird rounds in the mix, and I wonder what that means for Vertigo. I feel like we had this sort of series yesterday almost, where you just get a kind of crazy second map, and then you don't even know what to expect when you're going into that third.